Hey YouTube, it's Mike the Backyard Pioneer. Welcome to another edition of, I guess, my vlog. This is going to be a little impromptu. This is going to be different than a full-fledged gear review. You know, something where I take downstairs and go into the workshop and do it on the bench. Just going to do a little EDC update, what I've been carrying lately, what I kind of like. As you know, if you watch past videos of mine, I concentrate mainly on a knife, a flashlight, and a multi-tool. I carry what I consider real-world kind of stuff that has carry over to my profession, maybe a little bit of preparedness, and let's place it, just plain kind of cool, I guess. First off, something I'm getting ready to do a full-fledged gear review on, which would be the Cold Steel Broken Skull. Great knife. Really enjoying this one, especially in the blue. Gets a lot of looks at work. A lot of guys like it. This has the CTS XHP steel. Really a big fan of this so far. Excellent slicer, really thin. I don't know if you can see that. Not only the blade, the knife itself, super light. Normally I don't carry a knife this big unless I'm testing it, but this one's kind of found a near and dear spot to my heart. Super sharp too, really digging the steel. Like I said, this is a carpenter steel, the XHP. I've read it described as kind of like a VG10 crosses an S30V. So where S30V can be chippy sometimes, this isn't. I've really polished this one up. I polish sharpen on a sharp maker, so I've been doing with this one, I've been doing 10 strokes on the coarse, 20 strokes on the medium, and 40 on the extra fine, and it's given me a really sick edge. Super slicer, has stayed really sharp, excellent toughness, and just a good looking knife. This was one of my first knives, at least that I'm going to review, that has the triad lock. I like it so far. You can hear it, it really clicks open with authority. A little stiff. It's getting better as it's broken in, and also really digging the coating on this. It's the DLC, I think they call it, and it hasn't. I have a bussy knife, a nuclear meltdown fusion battle mistress, and you know, you're talking that knife new was damn near $500, and when I started using that, the coating came right off. This thing has taken almost 3 months of line work and has really held up. So let's just get that really close. Take a look at it. Really enjoying this knife so far, and that's been my carry pretty much on and off in the past 3 months. I like to, you know, have a knife in my pocket for a long time before I'm going to give it my final stamp of approval. As far as multi-tool, I find out carrying a knife like this right now. I've got the Leatherman Wingman, another one that I'm getting ready to do a review on. Normally you'll find a Juice S2 in a variety of colors. Carrying a bigger multi-tool. What I like about this, it has a spring-loaded pliers, which I'm really digging. Nice. You know, the Juice is a little bit smaller, but I'm finding with the real estate that the Broken Skull doesn't take up on my pocket, the negative real estate, I guess you're gaining some room, because if I carry Contigo, I find I can't even carry, the Leatherman has to go deep into the pocket. It can't go into that little change or watch pocket you have on the right-hand side of a pair of jeans. Another thing I'm really digging on these is the scissors. I think they're the best in the biz so far. As you can see, I don't know if we can hear. They kind of lock open, and then that torsion bar there. I mean, I used these when I was wrapping gifts. They're fantastic. You know, you're getting your regular standard stuff I would consider on a multi-tool right now. Combo blade, not so huge fan of that. Gets the job done. Combo blade serrations I do find work pretty well for cutting rope, which I do fairly frequently, but I'm still a fan of a plain edge, not so much the serrations. And in here you pretty much have your standard drivers, flathead. This one does have a little nick knife, I would almost call it. It's kind of hard to explain without pulling it out. So, but just that little thing is sharpened right there. I don't know if you can see it. And it's come in handy in a couple of situations. Hard to describe right now. The file's decent, can opener's good. Some measurement on that one. And on the other side, pretty much what I would consider standard for a multi-tool these days is your screwdrivers, Phillips head, and a flathead. So enough said about that. And getting to the third, and oh, this also does have a pocket clip, which is pretty rare for multi-tool. I'm digging that as well. I don't know if you can see it, carrying that right here in that little change pocket. And that's what I'm carrying on my right side. Then on my left is where I carry my flashlight. Right now I'm carrying the, this is a Streamlight MicroStream. It's a single AAA light. It gives you about 80 lumens. You know, it gets the job done. I spend a lot of time in manholes and stuff like that during the day, or even going into a darkened closet and stuff like that. It comes in handy with that. Plus it has a pretty neat little feature. My hair's a mess. Where it can clip onto your hat and make an impromptu headlamp, which is pretty cool. As always with these, pretty much made the complete changeover to in loops. So those are the rechargeable nickel metal hydrides, especially carrying a light every day. I have a bunch of lights, so I'm always swapping them out. It's kind of like, I find that I save a couple bucks, the initial investment, but if I'm going to have a charger for my lithium ions, it's not a big deal to have a charger for the nickel metal hydrides as well. And then I've been carrying, and I think I showed this in my last video that I did on an EDC update. I've been carrying a Hank lately. It just doesn't look cool with your EDC stuff, but keep calm and eat bacon. It was gifts from Suburban Stetter. Me and him went out to breakfast a couple weeks ago, and he bought one for himself, and he was kind enough to give me one as well. And I find multi-tool use is just, I mean, let's face it, if you're going to have a big beard, you're always getting crap in it, so it's nice to have something to wipe out after you eat lunch. And stop bleeding. Linemen bleed a lot, so that's what I'm carrying these days. As always, enjoy the comments. Hope you kind of liking this impromptu vlogging I've been doing. And any feedback you want to give is great. Love comments, and I'll ask and answer anyone's questions. So that's my current EDC as of September of 2016. It changes day to day, but I'm not going to bore you with every day. But if I have some major changes, like I'm carrying a bigger multi-tool and a different style light and a different knife, that kind of said, let's update what I had from last time and not get into the philosophy so much. So there you go. Still doing Pokemon Go with my son, and have a good day.